Alright, hey everybody, how's it going? Like I said, I was going to give you a quick video on how to install this Bluetooth intercom. You watched that video of, if you haven't yet, at least you need to go see those videos on an overview of the product and another video showing you what it sounds like on board. If you decide to go ahead and buy one, well, let me show you how it works and how to set it up. What you get in the box is first is the main unit itself right here. This is the main Bluetooth unit. This is kind of the heart of the operation. This is where it connects to everything, where your sound comes from. You get the headset itself. And you'll actually get double of everything here, but I'm only going to show you how to install one of the headsets. Same with the other one's already installed. So the two screws, you get an auxiliary audio cable, you get the back piece that will connect here and allow you to put this into the helmet, and you get two adhesive pads to mount the speakers inside the helmet. So the only tool you need the whole time is a Phillips screwdriver. And what you need that for is for mounting this to the helmet. So the first thing we're going to do is mount the headset to the helmet. The way we do that, first take off this little twist tie. And once that's off, we have two speakers, one with a long cable, one with a short cable, and the plug that plugs into the headset. So we're going to set this up so that the speaker with the short cable is the speaker closest to the helmet. We're going to drop these down in here. We're going to want to do this. So we'll find a good spot by taking the microphone boom and finding the spot where it lines up real good with the front and isn't in our way. Once we've done that, we'll take this clip, take a couple of these screws and just kind of really loosely get them in there because we don't want it tight yet. And then we'll slide this back over once we know where we want it. And we'll get it into position. Ideally behind this little pad here, the liner of the helmet. So we'll get it in between the liner of the helmet and the exterior shell of the helmet. And then, just take your Phillips screwdriver, tighten down each side. Couldn't be easier. We'll do them snug, and then you'll tighten each side, maybe half a turn, 3/4 of a turn each. And the reason for that, it just keeps everything nice and tight and prevents anything from moving or cracking or anything else like that. It's always a good idea anytime you mount anything to go diagonally or sideways or whatever and tighten down a little bit at a time. Now, the next step you take is take these little adhesive Velcros and stick them in the helmet. And I don't need to do that on this helmet because it already has them. Some helmets already have Velcro, or in this case I had a headset in before. So with this one, I don't need to install those. I just need to find my short cable, long cable. So here's the short one. Stick it down in the Velcro. Here's the long one. Stick it in its Velcro. And we take the cables and we hide them. The best way to do this, and I didn't have one, is with a wooden popsicle stick. You don't want anything sharp that's going to harm the cable. Your fingernail will work in a pinch. Get it? But a popsicle stick works really well, or something wood, something easy like that. We'll get those wires in. Get them all tucked up and hidden. Once that's done, so it just took a couple of minutes. Double check that everything's kind of where we want it. Then you put the liners back in your helmet. So that depends on the helmet itself, how that works. So on this helmet, pretend like I've done this before. On this helmet, the first thing we're going to do is put this top liner in, which we didn't really need to remove, but it gives you lots of room. And you'll have to consult the manual for your helmet to determine how to remove and install the liners. If you don't have a removable liner, you're just going to have to get creative and find a way to get it all to mount. So, once we have that in there, we snap back here. But most are going to be fairly close to the procedure that this guy takes. So, most are generally the same idea. Pull this through with the cheek pads. Believe it or not, cheek pads are usually what determine the size of your helmet, because generally there's only one or two or three sizes of exterior shell for any helmet, and then it has thicker internal pads for smaller heads. Not all helmets, but lots of helmets, including this HJC CL16 here. Over. Install this. And if you have or use a breather box or a chin curtain, put that in last. It's August, so they're not in. But in the wintertime, they're great. Okay, so the last step would be to slide this down in place. It'll click into place. Plug in this little connector. You're good to go. Of course, you're going to want to get some audio into that if you're going to use it, unless you were just wanting this for like a fashion accessory. I mean, you know. But chances are you bought this because you wanted to use it for something. So, there's a couple different options you can use for audio. First, just use this as an audio receiver. And the first thing we can do is plug this into an audio source, and this couldn't get any easier. Plug this connection in. Oops. Slide this down where it needs to go. Plug in your headset. Plug the other end into your audio source. Then when you turn it on, you can play your music from a GPS, an MP3 player, whatever. But of course, one of the cool things about this is it's Bluetooth. So if you have an iPhone or an MP3 player with Bluetooth or anything else like that, you absolutely do not need to mess with that. So, I'm going to walk you through. This is all in the manual too. If you don't know how to do this, or if you need a refresher, it's all in the manual. But let me tell you, setting these up is super easy. So it's off right now, no lights are flashing. We're going to hold the power button, and we're going to hold it until it flashes both red and blue. It's going to come on blue first. And normally when you're powering it up, that's the moment you would let go, but I'm going to keep holding it until it flashes red and blue. Like that. Now that it's flashing red and blue, I can go into the settings on my iPhone, go to Bluetooth, turn it on. If you have an Android phone, it's going to be pretty similar. And what we're looking for is we're going to have a couple options for devices, and what will pop up is headset. And so then you tap headset, you type in the passcode, and it connects. Now, I already have this paired to this, so it's not going to let me repair it unless I go in and reset it. But it's super easy. Just go and tap headset, it'll ask for the passcode. The passcode is 4 zeros, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then it turns blue. Super easy. Then once it's paired, it remembers it forever. So then you turn it on, you set up your iPhone, or your Android phone, or your Bluetooth MP3 player. Whenever you turn the Bluetooth on and connect it, you can listen to music. So you say, what if I want to listen to music and use it as an intercom? Or use it as an intercom, one or the other. Well, that's super easy too. You take your two intercoms, hold both power buttons down until they flash red and blue, put them in pairing mode. And then you just take one and push the button on one again. And in a second, after pushing the button, they're going to go back to regular blue flash, and that means they're paired. So now they're paired. And what if I wanted to do both? What if I wanted to take my iPhone, turn on my Bluetooth, connect to my headset, which is called motor phone in the iPhone or whatever your Bluetooth system is, and start playing music. So I do that, it's connected to this one. That's what the little flash is meant. And let's say I start playing some music. You can probably, I don't know if you'll hear it coming through the speakers or not. Probably not on the camera, but you're playing some music. Well, right now it's playing music on this one, and this one's not doing anything. Although this one could be listening to music too. All you need to do is one click. And now it'll switch over to intercom. One more click, back to music. Super, super easy. Wife and I use it like that all the time. So they're listening to music, you need to say something, or if she needs to say something to me, one of us just has to push the button. It'll switch both units over to intercom instead of the music. So there it is. Super easy to set up, super easy to pair. If you're thinking about buying it, I think you'll enjoy it. If you haven't bought it, I still think you'll enjoy it. I like it a lot. Now, what we used to have is the old Shark system. It still works really good. The only thing I liked better about that is it has this microphone that actually goes up inside the helmet. I don't know if you can see that, but it actually went up here like this. And so it was up inside behind the cheek pad. So it was a little cleaner installation, but this is a bit louder. And this also has the advantage of being able to work easily on a 3/4 helmet or a half helmet, whereas the other two aren't. So that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you have any questions, let me know.